Yeah, hello guys. My name is Chukandine Soku, and like I promised in the initial video, I'm going to make another video that has a detailed explanation of what plant-based stem cell therapy is. This is like a more molecular video, and it basically explains how plant extracts are used to actually affect the proliferation of human stem cells. All right, so okay, let's jump into this real quick. All right, so the science behind plant-based stem cell therapy and how various plant extracts are used to enhance human stem cell growth, repair, and replacement. To fully understand how organic compounds, from plants affect the growth of human stem cells, we must first understand how human stem cells function on their own, and where they basically occur in the human body. So human stem cells can be greatly affected by various plant compounds, like I've said earlier, and they affect the rejuvenation, the repair, and the ability to separate and the multiplication of these stem cells. So the human stem cells are basically in two forms. We have the mesenchymal stem cells and we have the hemopoietic stem cells. The hemopoietic stem cells basically occur in the blood, and they basically divide into myeloid stem cells, lymphoid stem cells, and basically all the cells of the blood, and that is all they do. So they are found in the peripheral blood and inside of the bone marrow. They are also stem cells, right? But they are hemopoietic stem cells, and this is where their own division stops, just in the blood and in the bone marrow, right? And then we have the mesenchymal stem cells. The mesenchymal stem cells, they can be adult stem cells or embryonic stem cells, and they can be isolated from different sources in the human body, and they can basically differentiate and turn into any type of cell in the body. you know like I mentioned in the initial video, mesenchymal stem cells, they are the guys with the magic, right? So in humans, you basically find the mesenchymal stem cells in the bone marrow, in the fat tissues, in the umbilical cord tissues, the amniotic fluid, and when a child is born, the umbilical cord, the amniotic fluid, the amniotic sac, like I said in the first video. That's in the case of embryonic stem cell therapy. So, and stem cells they are basically found in almost all the cells in the body, in the cartilage, in the skin, the trachea of the lungs, the cornea, the liver, the nerve cells, the muscle. Wherever there is growth of a cell and tissue in the body, there are stem cells in that particular location, right? So, and when the stem cells are when you isolate them from the body, you can basically reintroduce them into the same human body or another human body, as a form of stem cell therapy, like I said in the first video. So, and this therapy in stem cell therapy can either be adult stem cell therapy or embryonic stem cell therapy, or plant-based stem cell therapy, as the case may be. I promise that this particular video is going to basically on plant-based stem cell therapy, right? So, mesenchymal stem cells are functionally defined by their capacity to self-renew, and the ability to differentiate into multiple cells, you know, cell types like the image we have here above here. And also they also divide into other important cells of the body, which are adipocytes, chondrocytes, and osteocytes. So I'm going to go into just a brief explanation of what the adipocytes, the chondrocytes, and the osteocytes are, as the basic building blocks of most of the cells in the body. So adipocytes, these are basically fat cells. They primarily compose of the adipose tissue. They compose the adipose tissue. They specialize in the storage of fat. They are commonly known as body fat. The body fat you have in your tummy, under your skin, all around your body. And they can be found, like I said, under the skin. When you have your internal organs like the heart, the liver, all of that. You see, when a very fat person is opened up, you can see fat around the heart and all of that. So they are found around the visceral fat, between the muscles, within the bone marrow, and in the breast tissue. So these are what adipose tissues are, right? And then this is how you can find them in the body. This is like the various organs of the body. This is the heart. This is our palms, our face, and our eyes. Everywhere you find these fat tissues inside of our bone marrow, right? And then we have chondrocytes. These are basically cells found in cartilage and connective tissues. They produce and maintain the cartilage matrix, basically. So you can see it helps, like in the ear. You find them in the ear, in the nose, in the end of the rib, and all of that, in between the knee, the spinal cord. And they are basically, without them we can't live. Honestly, without this cartilage, nobody can actually stand and walk, right? So it's a very important cell type in the body. And then we have the osteocytes. These are cells. They lie between, like, they are the guys that take care of formation of bone, right? So we have the osteoclast, the osteocytes, the osteoblasts. All of these guys are cells within the bone that aid in bone formation. So this too is a very important cell which mesenchymal stem cells differentiate into. So and these are many more. There are basically lots of ways mesenchymal stem cells impact our lives, and so it's very important that we seek better ways and safer means to enhance these stem cells and make life better, healthier, and longer. And no better way than plant-based stem cell therapy. So we all have mesenchymal stem cells in our body. They are primarily found in the bone marrow, like I said before. And then when we get old, they are called upon to promote healing within the body. These stem cells, as we age, like these old people you see here, these stem cells age, and their number and effectiveness decrease over the years. So when the stem cells grow old and are less effective in repair, rejuvenation, and healing of the body cells, we need medications to heal diseases that arise, and so we need plant supplements to supplement our nutrients in the body. But what we have found that these supplements and medications, like the normal malaria and painkillers or whatever, they don't really exactly eradicate the disease. They just manage it, right? So, and in a bid to solve this dead end in healthcare, scientists and doctors have discovered a way that organic compounds from plants, can be used to enhance the performance of human mesenchymal stem cells in such a way that diseases can be healed without opening up the human body for surgeries and all of that. I'm going to go into the effect of medicinal plant extracts on the human stem cell. So, around the world, plants and their products have been used to improve the health of humans. We know plants have been providing endless sources of medicine throughout history. Method of production, purpose, and the method of use for these plant extracts, they vary. Like in the US, the US has categorized plants into three classes. They have the dietary supplements, which are used to supplement the diet and usually consist of vitamins and minerals. We have drugs, which we can get over the counter. Then we have botanical drugs, which are complex plant extracts used for treatment. And then these extracts from different parts of the plant, such as the roots, the flower, the leaf, the seed, the bark, they can be used for various therapeutic purposes, healing of diseases in the body. So plant extracts, most of them contain bioactive compounds like polyphenols and flavonoids, which you would see when I go down more in this video, and many other compounds and organic substances which play very, very vital roles to treat communicable and non-communicable diseases. So according to the National Institute of Health, the USA database, out of 680 clinical trials on mesenchymal stem cells, 27 have made use of dietary supplements, including herbal compounds, for the growth and rejuvenation, expansion of human and animal stem cells. So such compounds such as blueberry green tea, catechin, carnosine, vitamin D, they have basically shown strength in the production, proliferation of stem cells in the bone marrow. Like dietary fatty acids such as oleic acid and linoleic acid, they promote the growth and proliferation of hemopoietic stem cells. Now, remember, these are the stem cells in the blood and the blood cells. Studies have also shown that extracts also increase the pluripotent stem cells proliferation and anti-cancer potency. So when I say pluripotent, I mean very, 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 very potent stem cells, just when they are their baby form, when they've not started dividing into other cells of the body, right? So there's a chart below that shows how mesenchymal stem cells, when mixed with different plant extracts produce different cells of the body. So let me just show you that. So this is a mesenchymal stem cell, as you can see there, those three discs. And this here is a plant. Is this a culture? The culture which contains mesenchymal stem cells and introduction of different biotic compounds as stimulants. So when mixed with flavonoids and polyketides, soy peptides, and curcumin, they basically produce the mother cells of the mesenchymal stem cells, right? When mixed with curcumin and olive leaf extract, you basically scientists were able to isolate muscle cells. When mixed with isoflavones and genistein, with these mesenchymal stem cells, scientists were able to isolate adipocytes. These are cells of the cells in the fat cells in the adipose tissue. So when mixed with polyphenol, sapophins, and the rest, scientists were able to isolate osteocytes. These are the cells in charge of bone formation. And then chondrocytes, when mixed with when these mesenchymal stem cells are mixed with flavonoids and glycosides and ikarin, they basically isolated chondrocytes, which are basically cells that help in cartilage formation. And then when mixed with levodopa, ferulic acid and salvia, all of the extract, the scientists were able to isolate cells that produce the neurons of the body. Right, so this is just a brief diagram to show you that plant extracts basically have strong effects in the mesenchymal stem cell proliferation. All right, so recently researchers have investigated and they identified those pharmaceutical active substances which are responsible for disease prevention and treatment. So it basically says that when you add 1 to 100 extracts from citrus, it increases the human bone marrow mesenchymal stem cells proliferation. In rat bone marrow mesenchymal stem cells, when you add naringin 50, 50 parts per million, concentrations increase. It increases the growth of these mesenchymal stem cells. So this is just a brief overview of some of the studies that were done by scientists. And so below I will show and discuss some of these popular plants whose organic extracts have been very, very, very effective in the rapid production, proliferation, and rejuvenation of human and animal stem cells. We call them phytochemical compounds. And so let's just get into it. So the first on the list is naringin. So naringin is a flavonoid glycoside, and it's basically found in grapefruits and oranges. It's on almost all citrus plants. You can find them in lemons, limes, and all of that. So it's an antioxidant. It has an antioxidant effect, in the sense that it's anti-cancerous and it reduces the cholesterol level in the body. It's also used for the treatment of bone disorders like osteoporosis and osteoarthritis. So it has the potential to induce pro-osteogenic effects, which could promote the proliferation of stem cells. So this is one. We take this for vitality in the human body, and invariably this can go a long way in the promotion of stem cell proliferation in our bodies. And the second is ikarin. Ikarin is basically is a biotic pharmaceutical constituent, basically isolated from this Chinese medicine called honey goat weed. And it has this. It's very, very good for the heart, the vein, the arteries, and all basically the cardiovascular system, right? So evidence has shown in the past decade that it possesses multiple arterioprotective functions through multiple mechanisms. It attenuates DNA damage, it corrects endothelial dysfunction, and a whole lot. It has a whole lot of properties that this particular ikarin possesses, and this has been very effective in research, in stem cell therapy research, and it has been very effective in the proliferation of human stem cells. and this is what it looks like. This is a bigger picture. This is when it's dried. So when it dried, they now basically grind it in powder form, and you can now take it directly into the mouth, and then it goes to the blood system and goes directly to the various cells of the body where it promotes stem cell proliferation. So like I said, it possesses anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer functions. It treats type 2 diabetes mellitus. It promotes bone formation and a whole lot more. So this icarin is one wonderful plant extract used for stem cell therapy. And then we have the genistein. Genistein is basically isolated from soya beans and other legumes. It has structural similarity to human estrogen, which you find in women. Women have hormones called estrogen, which basically makes them women. So this is we call this phytoestrogen. It's one of the most abundant isoflavonoids in soybeans. So, and it belongs to a group of flavonoids. So very, very wonderful. It's an anti-cancerous and is a very, very strong antioxidant, and it is a strong anti-cancer agent. And then, so this too has been very effective in stem cell therapy, plant-based stem cell therapy. And so let's go to the next one, which is higher hyaluronic acid. So hyaluronic acid, it's basically, you can find them in all of this you see in this picture: root vegetables, carrots, potatoes, onions, soybeans, grapes, oranges, lemons. And it basically controls the water holding capacity of the body. Basically around, it's a clear goggy substance that is naturally produced by the body and is found in under the skin, connective tissues in the eye. It basically helps to retain water, to keep your tissues well lubricated and moist. So this too is very, 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 very important when you want to actually target the adipocytes in the human body. Adipocytes, you can find them all under your skin, behind your eyes, behind your tissues, the organs. So if we don't have if we don't have a high amount of hyaluronic acid in our body, we basically will go sick, and because there's no moisture behind our eyes and all of that. So this too is very, very important in the proliferation of stem cells through adipocytes. So, and then we have resveratrol. This is just a natural polyphenolic phytoestrogen. We mentioned phytoestrogen in genistein. So we also have phytoestrogens and as antioxidants in resveratrol. You can find them in red grapes, blueberries, peanuts, and other plants. So they are very, very good for cardiovascular, maintaining the cardiovascular system. Like I said, the heart, the arteries, the veins, and all of that controls the cardiovascular system. It just clears it. And they are basically also good for their anti-aging, and they kick against diabetes mellitus. So like I said, you can find them in red grapes, blueberries, peanuts, and other plants. So, and then we have the black currant juice powder, which is something that's very, very, very wonderful. We have a product which actually contains a high dose of this. I will show you at the end of this video. So black currants are scientifically called ribis nigrum. So they are rich in anthocyanins, polyphenolic substances, vitamin C, gamma linoleic acid, antioxidants, vitamin C, and all of that. So, and they help to regulate the blood flow. They improve the immune system, kidney health, ocular health, gut health. So they have been scientifically proven to minimize the risk of developing metabolic disorders, such as diabetes, the two types of diabetes, type 1 and type 2 diabetes. So this too is a wonderful plant extract that has been known to greatly affect stem cell proliferation. When it comes to type 1, type 2 diabetes, it basically goes into the pancreas to affect, to correct the beta cells, which now get back to their original state and commence the natural production of insulin. So yeah, that is blackcurrant juice powder. And then we have so these are basically just many functions of the blackcurrant. They are rich in vitamins E, A, B1, B5, and B6. Perhaps what's more important is the fact that it is very rich in vitamin C. The vitamin C content in this blackcurrant is more than what you find in the orange. It's 4 times more than what you find in the orange, the grapes, the lemons, and all of that. So the antioxidant effect of blackcurrant is way higher than blueberries or grapes or citrus plants. So it basically helps in protein metabolism. It has a strong effect on the skin, and it prevents aging. So it has antimicrobial, antitoxic, antiviral, antiseptic, and anti-cancer properties. So let's go to the next one. The next one is bilberry extract. Very wonderful, very wonderful plant extract used for stem cell therapy. So it's known scientifically as Vasimium myrtillus. It's a member of the Ericaceae family, which all those in that family are the European blueberry, the bearberry, huckleberry, the blueberry, the whortleberry, and all of that. So, and these guys, they perform a whole lot of functions in the repair, maintenance, rejuvenation of human stem cells. And I'm just going to give you a few functions they perform. So they protect against liver damage. So due to the presence of antioxidants, blueberry protects the liver from damage which may be initiated by restrained stress. So, and then it prevents atherosclerosis, combats kidney failure, it basically protects the skin from all forms of damages arising from ulcers, arising from radiations from the sun, and all of that. So this bilberry extract is a wonderful plant extract that has been confirmed to be very successful in the proliferation of human stem cells. So, and then it has cancer prevention capabilities, and it has a whole lot of other capabilities for the human body. So this guy is he's a big boy when it comes to plant extract used for plant-based stem cell therapy. And then we have glycodin. Glycodin is extracted from a type of melon which we don't have here in Nigeria. From my research, we have it in some other parts of Africa than in Asia. So it's called the cantaloupe melon. It contains a variety of minerals, vitamins, and antioxidants. And the major extract from this melon is glycodin. And it stimulates the body's antioxidant defense system. So this is also a very wonderful, very wonderful plant extract used for stem cell therapy. So it has lots of clinical proven benefits: prevention of DNA damage induced by oxidative stress. It inhibits photo-oxidative stress. It helps in dispersion of lactic acid, thereby preventing the accumulation, during exercise. It strengthens our cardiovascular health, the heart, the arteries, the veins, and all of that. And without if you have a bad heart and your arteries and veins are clogged, believe me, you will not live a long life. So this plant extract have all these capabilities to basically maintain our hearts, maintain constant and steady pumping of the blood around the body, and through pumping of that blood, this extract to go around the body and hit the parts of the body, the cells and the tissues and organs that need for stem cell to be repaired and to be proliferated. All right, so, and then we have Vitis vinifera. So it has a scientific name called Phytoceltex solarivitis. A company, Mibel Biochemistry, named its Phytoceltex solarivitis because they were able to isolate it from. They isolated a compound called Vitis vinifera from these grapes. So, and then it helps in anti-aging. It has strong it has the seed, and the bark itself has strong anti-aging benefits. So to actually get out the part of this grape that is very effective in stem cell therapy, they have to actually cut the part of the body, and then at the point where it's healing, something forms in the body, and it's called a callus. A callus forms, and then they take out that callus, and then basically put it in a petri dish, and then use it for the creation of the basically processing of the extract that basically affects our human stem cells. So they are capable of maintaining and regenerating epidermal adult stem cells. Basically, that's the cells of the skin. The epidermis is the skin. So these grape seeds and their skins, they are rich in phenolic compounds such as proanthocyanidins and anthocyanidins. So these anthocyanidins, they basically have anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties, and then they help in the production of collagens, proteins and all of that, and help in skin elasticity. They reduce the swelling, and basically it has vitamin C, vitamin E, and this is just one other wonderful plant extract we use in plant-based stem cell therapy. Always remember that, plant-based stem cell therapy. And then we have this, which is Otuila spatlauba. This is a compound isolated from the plant compound isolated from this particular apple. This apple grows in Switzerland at a very high altitude on top of the mountains, and it's a rare apple actually. It has prolonged storability and moisture retention, and it promotes skin renewal, preserves skin longevity, and reduces the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. This apple here is not just a random apple you see around. This apple actually has very, very strong plant stem cell properties. You understand? So and this is, it's not is rare actually. Is rare. So like I said, it's found in Switzerland. It's called the Swiss apple stem cell. So, and it's a liposomal preparation of apple stem cells. It has rich content of epigenetic factors and metabolites that ensure longevity of skin cells. So research shows that Phytoceltec malus domestica, which is the scientific name given to it, it protects stem cells of the skin and basically delays the senescence of hair follicles. It also lends credence to the anti-aging properties of this particular apple. So the function of this compound on mesenchymal stem cells of the human body, it basically happens in the adipocytes, like I said earlier. Adipocytes are found in the fat cells and tissues all around the body. So under the skin, around the heart, around the lungs, around the organs, behind the eye, and all of that. So this is where this apple sends all its workforce to the replenishment and rejuvenation of the stem cells of the human body. So in conclusion, stem cells basically hold so much hope for the world, and as we enter this new era where diseases and terminal organ failures can be cured without opening the human body, stem cells are our only hope. Believe me, stem cell therapy is our only hope. So like from my first video, I spoke about the different innovations in revolutions in medicine: antibiotics, separation of Siamese twins, vaccination, surgery, x-rays, all of that. And that stem cell therapy is now the newest kid on the block. It's now the newest guy in town, and it promises less surgeries. Instead of opening up the body to go and do a heart surgery, liver, lung, you then use plant extracts to target those organs and cells and increase the production of human stem cells, which are basically the repair mechanism of the body. So and as we grow, like I said, these stem cells reduce in number. So, and as they reduce in number, we need a stimulant, something to actually help them grow back to their normal state. That's why younger people heal faster than older people. You understand? So as you get older, plant-based stem cell therapy is advised, even if you don't have any sickness or disease showing that is actually visible. You should be able to take plant-based stem cell therapy to increase your stem cell production and basically give you a longer life. So scientists and doctors have been doing this research for the past 30 years. One of the leading scientists, I didn't put him here, he's Mark Noble. Go Google, search Mark Noble. Mark Noble is one of the best scientists you'll find in the United States, and he has been pushing for stem cell therapy for a very long while, and they have made ample progress, in stem cell therapy. So since humans can survive from the nutrients gotten from plants, like I said earlier, it is scientifically possible to harvest certain organic compounds from very potent plants and fruits and use them to target the human stem cells, so thereby causing it to proliferate exponentially and cause the repair, rejuvenation of our own human stem cells. So in a case where embryonic and adult stem cell therapies are facing ethical issues in some quarters of the world, plant-based stem cell therapy remains the most viable and available, for human stem cell generation. Like I said in the first video, I said embryonic stem cell therapy and adult stem cell therapy still requires the use of human tissues and all of that, and it's still facing ethical issues, although it's been successful, very successful. But people are very attached to the umbilical cord, the amniotic sac, amniotic fluid of the unborn child, which contains the highest form of stem cells in humans, right? So the United Nations is trying to pass a bill to actually license that. So, but till we'll get to that, plant-based stem cell therapy remains the most viable, the most safe, and the most ethically free form of stem cell therapy. So yeah, so this STC30 is produced by a lab in Switzerland, Mibel Biochemistry, and distributed by Superlife in Malaysia. And then, this for now is the only plant product which has been very, very effective. There are others out there, but this is the most effective in human stem cell proliferation, and is readily available for you to have. And it has a NAFDAC number, so it's safe for doctors to prescribe, it's safe for pharmacists to prescribe, it's safe for nurses to prescribe, it's safe for you to actually get and then help your loved ones, yourself, basically boost your stem cells and basically help your body to heal itself naturally. So yep, that is STC30. Wonderful. So yeah, these are the components of STC30. It has around 5 of the plant extracts which I talked about earlier. It has the Vitis vinifera, this is the grapes. It has bilberry extract. It has glycodin, which is gotten from the cantaloupe melon. It has Utwila spatzlauba, which is gotten from the wonderful miraculous apple from Switzerland, and it has the blackcurrant juice powder. So these 5 are among the most potent plant extract that has shown amazing results in the treatment of human diseases, the proliferation of our stem cells, and achieving a wholesome, a holistic, healthy person. So yeah, these are the miracle workers, like I always call them. And yeah, so stem cell STC30 on its own, which is you can call it Superlife Total Care 30 or stem cell 30. Stem cell 30 is what basically I call it. It has been successful in the cure of diseases such as diabetes, stroke, infertility, asthma, fibroids, severe migraines, cancer, sickle cell, autism, hypertension, a whole lot, believe me. And I don't say this because I just want to say it. I say this because we've had results. I myself am a witness, when my mom had arthritis, and a couple of my friend's mom stroke, and a couple of other people around me who have used this product and have seen amazing results, right? So I had ulcer at some point. I didn't think about it, but it still came back because sometimes I can't avoid drinking alcohol once in a while, and once I drink, the ulcer resurfaces. But with STC30 from January this year, I took for some months. I'm fine. Believe me, I'm fine, totally fine. So it has so many applications, as long as that issue is arising from death of cells inside of your body, arising from death of your reduction of your stem cells, arising from organ failure, tissue failure. STC30 would do the work for you. It will do the magic, believe you me. So yeah, so these are just some of the disease pictures that STC30 has been able to treat. In the case of sickle cell, the sickle cell and this is how sickle cells block the blood arteries, and then people have seizures and then have episodes, and then it's been able to treat sickle cell and a whole lot more, So there are videos which you will find in the next section of this video, and there are links. Just go to the video testimonies, and then you can find them above this video or below this video, wherever you see it. Just you always find links to testimonies. Just go through them and you'll be amazed at the results we've seen with STC30. So yep, that's all for this video. I was compelled to do this because lots of people who came to me wanted me to actually teach more on stem cell therapy, and I promised I was going to make this video. My name is Chukandene Soku. Like I said, I'm a microbiologist. I'm a stem cell therapy enthusiast, and I hope all I've said here has been able to basically teach you a few things you need to know about stem cell therapy and how to go about it, So yeah, so for inquiries, you can call me on any of these numbers. Inquiries and purchase comment on any of these numbers. And then if you want to read about stem cell therapy, STC30 in particular, and maybe purchase or whatever, you can go to superlifeproductstore.com and read up the various ways it has been able to cure people. And then my number is there too. You can call me, and then I'll be there for you to help you with your health needs. All right, then that'll be all for now. Take care. Bye.